Well, went into B&M specifically for a blind because the blind in my office broke. Did not get a blind, no blinds to be had. They only had curtains and voile panels and stuff. Did get some more hangers, which I did need these. And I said to myself yesterday actually, while I was drinking a Lucozade, I said, no more Lucozade, this is becoming a problem. I'm becoming like dependent on the sugar of the Lucozade. But it was 8 for £4. That's practically free, I can't say no to that. So I'm gonna go now, there's no key in the ignition. I'm gonna go now to B&Q super fast because I'm actually logging on to work extra today for a meeting. Here we go. Right, so I've actually got like this one, but in white, in multiple rooms in the house. This is just really cheap, easy blind, but it has broken in my office. So I just want like just a regular roller blind. I don't know if I want like a totally opaque one, not this, but like that's quite nice, that like sheer kind of linen-y looking one. And then they've got total plain like blackout blinds. Slightly concerned the only one of these ones in my correct size though is open at the end. So I had my meeting, and then because while I was in B&Q I picked up some paint for the door. I thought I'll paint my door. I have been meaning to do this for months and months, but then I thought I'm going to move the room around. Do you know what the like the best thing you can possibly do when you've painted a door is? Move all of the furniture and clothes around in that room. It's just the most logical move. So yeah, I decided that I was going to move everything around in the room, which again I've been thinking about for a while, but this was the day that something snapped in me and said, do it right now. And I'm really happy I did it, but in this moment I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. Yes, I've got a receipt. Okay, so I bought this thinking this was the right size for my window. I'm not even like, I held it up in B&Q and I was like, yeah, that's about right. It's like 30 centimeters too short. So all day, I mean, I've been doing all kinds of stuff all day, but all day I've been thinking, I wonder if I can take it to B&Q and just be like, I ain't got a receipt, but because I didn't think I had a receipt, I've been working myself up to go. Turns out the receipt was in the car the whole time. Honestly, it was a happy accident because I definitely preferred that one in the middle to the pink one. As soon as I got it home, I was like, ugh, there's not really anything else pink in the room. So now I've just got the bigger one of the one I wanted originally. And talk about fate, the one that I wanted originally in the larger size was still cheaper than the one in the smaller size that I'd already bought. So I got a refund of £4 for the larger blind that I actually preferred. So while I was sitting in my office admiring my handiwork, I just had this like weird energy feeling. You know, like, do you ever get in that like holding pattern of like you're waiting for something, you're not waiting for anything? Just sat there for a while. I read a couple of chapters of Never Never, which is the Captain Hook one of the Disney Villains books. If you've not read these, they are fantastic. We've been reading them together, and this one, he's obsessed with Captain Hook. Oh man, that just broke my dream. Definitely had a dream about Milo playing Captain Hook in a play. The electric just went off for a second. And Lee's cooking dinner. Well, he's making toast. It's come back on, but I'm just wondering. As soon as, because we're both so tired, he was like, I'm almost too tired to eat, but he went and made some dinner anyway, and like 5 minutes later the electric went off and I thought, oh my god, I can just imagine him just fall into the floor and having a little cry. Now I can hear the children shuffling around. Pretend that 5 a.m. is easy every single day. It definitely makes me feel better, but I can't pretend that I'm just like, jump out of bed and everything's great. Today particularly, I seem to have woken up. I think I must have woken up from like a really deep sleep because I didn't even wake up with my alarm straight away. Took me a minute, which is unusual. But I have a couple of things to help me wake up on those days. I listen to this very specific playlist. If anyone's interested, I can share it. In fact, I might do a video on like how to wake yourself up when you're not really awake. A face mask is always good straight from the fridge because that freshens up my face. It's literally like splashing up with cold water, but for an extended period of time. And a little dance party at my desk. Can anyone guess what the song is
that I am dancing to here because it's one of my absolute favourites for like get up and go in the morning. Then I put on some makeup, did my hair. I've started doing, I mean, this is not exactly groundbreaking, but like mousse to slick back my hair and do a bun on the days where I can't be bothered to wash my hair yet. I'm really enjoying it. It's like giving me early 2000s Jennifer Lopez in my mind. Then I put on some makeup. I'm actually starting to use my oil primer that I do almost every single time I put on makeup as my gua sha stone step, because I used to do this at night time, but it really makes the best difference in the morning, because if you can like depuff your face, then all the better. And I put on some BB cream. I'm actually filming quite a long form BB cream comparison at the moment. It's taking me a while. I can't wait to share this because they're not particularly expensive at all, but they are really gorgeous products.
Could I get a tall latte with just 1 pump of vanilla, please?
Yeah. Anything else?
And could I get a tuna melt as well, if you've got one, please?
All right, darling, drive down.
Thank you. Thank you. Loud. All the time loud. I've been in a bit of a weird, like, can't quite get going mood these last couple of days. I know obviously I've done stuff, but I can't, like when I sit down, I'm like, now what? I need a thing to do. So I've just been sat at my desk for maybe 90 minutes, like just pottering about and not really getting anything done. And I thought I could probably use that time to sort out Milo's room. We've been needing to clear it out for a while. And although I can't do it all in the next few hours, I can make a start. The biggest issue, as with so many children, is storage. The Kallax units have been useful storage up to now, but really you need some proper clothing storage now because he's just got like chests of drawers on the other side of the room. Milo, originally when we moved into this house, had the biggest, well, he has still got the biggest room, but we gave him the biggest room because he had the most toys to store. And if there were kids were going to play with the toys, they would play in here. Obviously, it's like 7 years later. Things have changed, but the toys have not gone away. And if anyone knows of a fantastic storage solution, please let me know. But for now, I just want to like rearrange some things, and I'm just convinced I can make it better. I didn't go through absolutely everything, which is a job for another day. You know how it is, like I've got to go through with him everything that's in his room. What can we get rid of? What can be donated? What is actually rubbish? But I did use that strange energy that I had today to finish this up. I was so happy with the result. It's just a way more open and usable space for how he's using his room right now. The biggest thing was that he didn't have any hanging space. So we bought that, well, I say we bought that coat rack, and I thought I had one of those when I was a teenager and I know what's going to happen, and it did. It was just a mess all the time. So we had this unit. I first built this when we first moved in, and I built it. I can't remember if it was a mistake. I feel like I broke it. Either way, I made it and I had it kind of like that way round with this as a large space this whole time. And I kept saying, at some point, I'm going to have to figure out how I could tip it on its side and put a clothes rail in it, because all of this is still really usable storage, because he's still got like toys and stuff that these like box storage things are really useful for. Anyway, I had these in my room and in Ella's room, and they weren't really fit for purpose. They weren't strong enough into the wall to hold the kind of clothes that we were putting on them. So I thought it would be a good idea, and I feel like this is, I mean, I'm feeling a little bit genius, honestly. This is another one of those units, and it's got some boxes of things that he doesn't use that often underneath it, and it's kind of like a headboard. What I was thinking is I've got a piece of wood that came from this, that is exactly the right size of this, one of these units at some point. And I thought I might upholster it to make it like a removable headboard. Watch this space. For now, he never had a headboard anyway, so it makes no difference, because he was like up against the wall. So for now, he's just got like all of his books and stuff that he might need at night time, or like while he's in bed, all of his chargers and a lamp and stuff in that little cubby hole.
Hello.
What do you think?
Oh, look great.
That looks really good, doesn't it?
That looks really good.
I didn't even get rid of anything.
Wow. I made my family disappear. It looks really good, doesn't it?
You've got your little chargers in this cubby, look. And a lamp. So your chargers behind your bed.
It is so much nicer.
Oh, and all of the stuffed toys and puppets
Yeah, just down there.
at the bottom of the bed.
Honestly, that was the best reaction I've ever had to moving furniture in this house, ever. I was glad that I got it on camera. I actually only got it on camera because I was filming some clips for the end of the process when Lee came home. So as he walked in, I was already filming something else. But yeah, really, that felt like time well spent. And Milo was so happy with it. Also, that little thing at the end of the bed with all the stuffed toys. I don't know if your kids have got that amount of stuffed toys, but it's insane. So having like a large area like that where you can just throw them all and they're all in the corner and they don't spill out into the rest of the room, that I think is actually the biggest. I know it's such a small thing, but I think it's the biggest thing. Now I am building, can you guess what I'm building? I don't know. I'm building a new clothes rail for my office because my old clothes rail just buckled under the weight of the clothes. No, it partially did, but it was partly my fault because I moved it one too many times. It's on wheels, but it was really a lightweight, occasional use clothes rail that was on wheels. So because it was so weighed down with so many clothes, once I started moving it around, it really didn't like that. So I've got this one that's just like a static, here's where it's going to be clothes rail, and it's just kind of going to replace the old wobbly one because I need hanging space in this office, but I don't necessarily need to be moving things around. The thing is, when I first moved the rooms around and I moved into this office, my plan was to try and keep this somewhat of a spare room, like an occasional room where I could put up a bed. It's just not necessary for the amount of time that we have people staying over. They could use Ella's room. This has come up no times since Christmas. It might be like twice a year maximum. And it seems absolutely crazy to design the space that I am in every single day around potentially someone staying over at some point a couple of times a year. So that was kind of the thing I've been kind of sitting with and thinking I really want to move this room around to make it more friendly for what I really want for my life. And so I don't really need the clothes rack to be on wheels. The fact that it was on wheels was a benefit for if ever I needed to move it because I needed to put in a blow-up bed. Order is restored and my clothes are no longer collapsing. And now it's Wednesday. I'm honestly exhausted today. I actually had an earlier night last night as well. I'm kind of falling into a slightly better habit in terms of sleeping earlier at night time because until yesterday I was still going to bed at like 11, 12 o'clock at night. But yeah, no Lucozade this morning so far. It is only 6:25, but no Lucozade, small wins. But that is it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely tried to use that weird energy that I had on some projects in the house rather than, it's just on those days, I will just sit and just completely zone out, waste all of that time. I'm just kind of like in my head, I've got so much to do, but I'm just, that do it is missing, and so I have to find something else. And so that's how I used my time. And I think it was a good use of time. I'm feeling good about it. I didn't do you a full, like, this is what the office looks like now, but now I have this wardrobe behind me. This is my desk set up, my beautiful blind. This is definitely better as a background because obviously I do a lot of Zoom calls and stuff. This is much nicer than the window behind me because obviously the light behind you is never good anyway. But I had the window behind me. I had a load of all these clothes and stuff. The door used to bother me all the time, the big orange wooden door. I'm steadily painting all of the ones in the house. But I can't explain to you what difference it makes to paint that door. Just that alone. I know it's not for everyone, but that alone, mood booster. So yeah, that's it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you guys next time.